Sidney Jones was the #2 cornerback on a lot of people's draft boards prior to a freak Achilles injury at his pro day, which saw his stock plummet a little bit. Instead of being taken in the first round, he got taken in the second. He was the 7th cornerback taken overall, and even his teammate Kevin King got taken before him. But I'll tell you what, he was the #2 cornerback on the board for a reason. The tape speaks for itself. The tape is very, very, very impressive, and we're about to look at it right now. In my opinion, Washington had the second best secondary in the country last year behind Ohio State. You had a trio in that secondary go in the second round. Kevin King, first pick of the second round of the Packers. Budda Baker went, the safety, and Sidney Jones, obviously, to Philadelphia. Opposing coordinators didn't even look his way. They only targeted him 48 times last year. That's a pass-happy Pac-12. His 9 coverage snaps per target, the 5th lowest mark among Big 5 power conference cornerbacks. That's incredible. All right, let's take a look at some of these clips. All these are 3rd down, 4th down plays, and you look at the quarterback, he's not even looking Sidney Jones's way. And you look at Jones's coverage, he's mirroring the route of the receiver. He's blanketing the receiver. The quarterback would have nowhere to go even if he looked at his side anyway. 3rd and 10, that's an interception. He looked left instead of right. Sidney Jones taking away half the field again. 3rd and 11. There goes Laufau. That's a gain of 1. 3rd and 8. There's your quarterback. He's looking over the middle. He's not looking Sidney Jones's way. 3rd and 6 for USC. That's Darnold. That's a good quarterback. He's still not looking Sidney Jones's way. And here we go. Sidney winning with the press at the line of scrimmage. That's what he does best. And that's what we're going to get into momentarily. 3rd and 6. Once again, Laufau looks left. That ball's intercepted. 3rd and 7. You think he's looking his way? Nope. Scrambles to his right. Nowhere to go for the quarterback. You look at what Sidney Jones does best. It's in press coverage, using his technique, using his arms, using his strong punch. He's feisty. He wins at the line of scrimmage. So if he gets you within his grasp, within the first 5 yards, he's going to win the play. The thing I might love most about Sidney Jones right now, just look at how much in your face he is at the line of scrimmage. He is right in your grill. He's right on the blue line. He's right at the line of scrimmage. He wants to compete. He's feisty. Now you look at his technique. He's got great footwork. He's got great balance. And when he presses you, he hits you with a strong right punch. It disrupts the timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Lots of incomplete passes because of this. Deep ball tracking. Now, Sidney Jones, really smart football player out there, really instinctive, plays with anticipation, and using his length, using his ability to track the ball early in the route, he does a very, very good job of high-pointing it by the time it gets to him because he's already run the route better than the wide receiver. Now, at the next level, I am a little bit concerned about his size. He does need to add some bulk. He does need to add some strength. A little bit concerned about how he's going to handle a guy like a Kelvin Benjamin. Big, strong guy that can box him out. You see a perfect example of his deep ball tracking ability here on the very first clip. So, tracks the ball early in the route, beats the receiver to the spot. He ran that route better than the wideout. Uses his length and his leaping ability to high point the ball. He's in a better position there than the wideout. Uses his strong hands to snatch it out of the air and make the interception. This was an easy interception for Sidney Jones. All right, got some more clips for you guys. Another example of Jones riding the hip of his wide receiver, using the sideline as his best friend. Perfect angle here. I mean, just look at this. This is beautiful technique. Perfect deep ball coverage from Sidney Jones. All right, here we go. Quarterback looks left, comes back right. Sidney Jones all over it, makes the play with his left hand. One more play for you guys. Jones kind of beat on this play by a step, but uses that left hand, uses his instincts, sees the ball coming in, sees the receiver put his hands up, makes the play on the football. Route anticipation is all about having a high football IQ. understanding down and distance, understanding what route is potentially going to come on that down and distance, and Sidney Jones is very, very good at diagnosing this. Let me show you why. These first two plays, all about instincts and closing speed. Off coverage, sees the quick slant, closes on the ball, makes the play on it. 3rd and 9. Again, off coverage, sees the quick slant coming his way, closes quickly. 2nd and 4, just a short outbreaking route to the sideline. Sidney Jones says, no, no. I find it remarkable how Sidney Jones consistently mirrors the routes of his wide receivers. It's absolutely extraordinary. And I'm about to show you some clips as to why he can do this. First play here, Sidney Jones wins with the press, keeps his receiver at bay within those first 5 yards. But this angle here, man, you can really see the twitchy feet, that instant change of direction, the fluidity, the suddenness of Sidney Jones, even here as well, all over it. I referenced Sidney Jones' lack of strength, lack of bulk earlier in this film study when dealing with potential bigger wide receivers having to deal with their physicality at the catch point. Well, he might also struggle with their physicality when it comes to blocking and shedding and tackling. I don't know how consistently he's going to be able to do that, but when it comes to tackling itself, he can tackle. He puts his helmet on the ball. He forced 2 fumbles while at Washington because of this. Now, he is more of a drag-down tackler, but because he's instinctive, because he puts himself in position, and while he doesn't always make the play, because he puts himself in position, the rest of his teammates converge and make the play for him. So I'm going to start it out with the 2 forced fumbles that Jones has. As you can see, he puts himself in position to make the tackles. He puts himself in position to make plays. Here we go again. Here's that second forced fumble. Gets in the hole, sticks his head in there, forces the fumble. All right, some other examples. This is a play out to the left. A little quick screen. Sidney Jones is all over it. Read it right away, makes the play. Fills the hole here. Nice form tackle to take down the ball carrier. This one. Running back goes to the outside. Sidney Jones all over it. And another running play, bounce to the outside. Now this is an example where his teammates converged and made the play for him. Off the edge, coming off a blitz, all over the running back. All right, let's talk some red zone coverage. Sidney Jones did not allow a single touchdown pass on a ball thrown his way this past year. A lot of it had to do with his ability to cover in the red zone. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Common tango switch concept here in the first play to prevent crossing pick routes. Sidney Jones all over it. 2nd and goal. We see awareness. We see instinct. We see football IQ. Receiver in motion. Fake the jet sweep. Play action bootleg to the right. Jones all over the fullback. Last clip here. Seam route. Jones like a blanket. All over it. So I went and watched 9 Sidney Jones tapes. All 9 of them that he has on draftbreakdown.com. What you're about to see, a minute's worth of the worst that I've seen from Sidney Jones. And not all of these are even completions. The separation he allows is minimal, and it's ridiculous that I can go through 9 games and only find a minute's worth of completions or separation. First play here, the most separation I saw Jones give up all season long. Cover 4, right seam route. Marks got behind the secondary. 3rd and 9 here. Now, if Jones doesn't get his free release, if he misses his press, you can beat him on inside breaking routes. We saw Gabe Marks, quite a bit of separation there. Juju Smith-Schuster, this was probably the toughest receiver that Jones had to play all season long. Physical at the top of his route. Beat Jones with the inside breaking move. Another example here. Off coverage. So it doesn't get his chance to press. Off coverage and a quick slant there. Easy completion for the wide receiver. 2nd and 14. This isn't a big deal. I mean, just a quick out route. A minimal gain there. Still like a 3rd and 6. 4th and 7. Stop route, 8-yard stop route. Perfect timing needed to make this completion because, as you can see, Jones is pretty much right there, and he made the immediate tackle. Quick slant here from Schuster, got inside position, but couldn't make the catch. Now, Jones won't be asked to blitz often at the NFL level, but I do think this is an area where he needs to improve on just a little bit. He's got instincts, he times his snap well, but he doesn't always trust his instincts when he closes in on the quarterback. Let me show you what I'm talking about. First play here, Washington still gets to the quarterback. They still get the sack, but as you can see, Jones hesitated a little bit once he got to the quarterback. Same thing here. Instead of just charging, pursuing, making the sack, falls for the pump fake, and the quarterback gets the completion off his back foot. There's no denying that this Achilles injury is a little bit scary. It is a big deal. Achilles injuries are not very, very easy to come back from. Just ask D'Amico Ryans. So let's take a look at how the injury occurred. These Achilles things always seem to be freak injuries. They always seem to be non-contact, and as you can see at his pro day, Jones was just backpedaling, and once he went to turn, he felt his Achilles pop, and, well, he couldn't put any weight on his left foot. So, let's talk about this Achilles injury. Okay, I understand. It's a huge concern. But it seems like the Eagles, they really went out and did their due diligence on this injury. And even if you look at the last 4 years and the sports science and all that, the Philadelphia Eagles are the healthiest team in the National Football League. It's not like that staff from the Sixers and all the injuries that they've had to deal with for the past 4 years. I'll tell you what, guys, I loved the Sidney Jones pick. I even liked it more than the Derek Barnett pick. Top 15 talent before the Achilles injury. This Eagles team is not ready to win right now. They're not ready to compete. This is still a 7-8 win team this year. So when Sidney Jones is really ready to go, a year from now, 2 years from now, the Eagles will be ready to contend. And Sidney Jones will be wreaking havoc on the entire National Football League. Believe that.